Good evening, everyone. I know this is not the time that you're used to having us on, and it's not the usual face that you're used to seeing, but we've got a special situation for you today. I am Anastasia Smith, filling in for Miss Deborah today, and welcome to Build Your Best Life. Now, Miss Deborah's platform is designed to assist high school aged kids and young adult males as they follow basic principles to overcome obstacles from their personal lives and society to build their best lives. She believes that it is better to train early rather than to fix later. And I wholeheartedly agree with her in that belief. It is absolutely best to train early rather than to try and fix later. So this evening, we're going to have a quick session on profection. Sounds weird, right? Profection, not perfection, profection. There's been a few streams going on work ethics for the past few days, and we're going to continue that with the profection series. So when you're thinking about profection, as in professional perfection, work ethics. You're thinking about being competent, being reliable, being respectful. All of those are attributes to professionalism, which lead to profection. You say what you want to be somebody. You say what you want to go somewhere. What are you going to do to get there? How are your work ethics? Now, we're going to go through 5 tips on professionalism. Just 5. We're not going to have you here all evening. This is going to be really sweet, and we're going to have lots of people inside of the chat giving their opinions, giving their stance on it, and they're going to give their stories on what it is that they've experienced in the workplace. So let's open up the chat. Everybody, let's chime in and see what's happening this evening. I'm sure that all of you have a situation on your job that you would like to share with us this evening. So when we look at professionalism, the first thing that we're going to look at is integrity. Integrity, which is your personal standard of behavior. You know, it shows that you have strong ethics, great moral principles, that you're upright. You know, it shows that you care about who you are, what you do, how you do the tasks, and how your actions impact others. And so it's not only about what it is that you want to do and how you want it done, but it's also about how you affect others. My pastor always says that your integrity is what you do behind closed doors when nobody is looking. Your personal standard of behavior when nobody is there to judge you and nobody is there to see you. What will you do? So when it is that your boss is not in the room, when your supervisor is not there, what are you doing? Are you actually working still and getting the job done and pushing through and making great use of your time? Or are you asleep? Now, everybody needs a little nap here and there. Those little 5-minute, 10-minute power naps, they're really, really awesome. But as a matter of integrity, what are you doing when your supervisor isn't watching you? What are you doing when your boss is on vacation? What are you doing when there's no one in the room? Your level of integrity is associated and attached to your professionalism. That's the goal that we have at the end of this stream, for us to develop our professionalism. So, number 2, appearance. Now, I know that there is a thing happening in the workforce about hair and about clothing, and I saw that there is even a gentleman that is committed to wearing female clothing because he feels that, okay, this is considered professional clothing, and so as a male, why can't he wear it? He says that he's a straight male. He says that, there's no other influence to his decision. But this is his choice. This is what he's comfortable with, and that's what he decided to do. And so let's all consider our appearance when we go to work. Are your clothes clean? First question. How your shoes look? Does your belt match your shoes? Does it? When was the last time you fixed your hair? Think about it. A part of our appearance is making sure that our clothing is neat, that our clothing is clean, that your hygiene is straight, that nobody is smelling you as you walk by, that your shoes are clean, that your hair is groomed, that your clothes match the occasion. How many times have you went to a party and you've seen that you would think that that person is overdressed? They are in, you're having a party in the backyard and they are in dress shoes and slacks and a blazer and all. They're overdressed. They're not dressed properly for the occasion. Well, guess what? The reverse can be done in the workplace. If you are working in a corporate building and everyone else around you is in a suit and tie, or they're in a dress or a skirt or a pantsuit, and you're showing up Monday to Friday in jeans, or you're showing up in flip-flops and slides, you have to consider your appearance based on your environment. My mom always told me that, you're going to be treated the way that you present yourself. You present yourself slack, you're going to be treated like you're a slack person. You present yourself as a nasty person, then that's the impression that you're given. And so people think that you are nasty, and that's the impression that's going to stick with you. But in the workplace, where there is a standard, where there is a code of conduct, where even there's a uniform, you've got to make sure that you are wearing it to truly reflect you. You're wearing it to ensure that you're going to be treated the way that you look. You dressed well, you'll be treated well. Let's stick a pin in that one, okay? So first we did integrity, your behaviors even when you're not being watched. Second, we did appearance. So guess what the third one is? Communication. Now, communication is not just what you say to someone. It's not just your body language, because your body does have a language. It is very telling. But it's also how your message and your words are being received. That's communication. It's not just the giving of the message, it's also the receiving of the message. And so when you're in the workplace, you have to consider a few things along with that. You have to consider your oral communication skills. You have to consider your written communication skills. Do you use Ebonics, or what we call dialect, broken English? I'm finna go with it. No. Everybody out here. No. Chewing them. No. That's not what you want for your workplace. I don't care if you work at KFC or if you work at Amazon, if you work at one of those Fortune 500 companies, it doesn't matter. Your ability to communicate and get across what it is that you are trying to say effectively is very important. I can say to somebody, I need you to move this box and put it over there. The person can take the box, pick it up, move in that direction because that's where my finger eluded. But I still did not give a clear directive in saying, okay, I want you to take this red box over there, stack it onto the third shelf, put it next to the glass or put it next to something else. Give a full description, give a clear description as to what it is that I want, how it is that I want it. That's effective communication, not just a vague speaking or something that's going to be misinterpreted. What you're going to try to do is be as clear as possible so that there's no room for misinterpretation. Now, along with what it is that you give, because let's not forget, it's oral communication, it's also body language. When it is that you're doing the move that, no, like, or that you have that annoyed face, all of that is communication. All of that is being seen and read and heard by the person that you're speaking to, and sometimes someone across the room. By seeing your body movements and your body language, they've already determined from across the room, not even being able to hear the conversation, that they just may not want to speak to you. So it's the oral communication, what you actually say, your body language, what you physically say, and then the other end of it is, are you a good listener? When someone says something to you, how do you take it? Which parts of it did you hear? Huh? What did you take from what was said? Were you told, okay, go ahead and move the box from there and put it over there? And then you pick up the box, took it to the other end of the room just because you heard the person say, move the box. You were not paying attention and actively listening to hear where they wanted it to go. Or you did not ask the question. Questions are very, very important. You could ask the question of, okay, exactly where do you want this to go? On the second shelf, third shelf? You just said over there. Like, I need you to tell me more. Give me a little bit more information. It's very easy to do. And the person that is speaking to you will know that, okay, when it is that I'm speaking to her, when I'm speaking to him, I have to make sure that I am very clear what it is that I'm saying and that I've got all the necessary information being given. So we've done 3. We've done 3. We've done integrity, we've done appearance, and we've done communication. And don't forget, all of this is a part of being a profectionist. We're showing professionalism. We're showing competence. We are showing that we are worthy of these jobs, that we are worthy of the positions that we hold, and that we can do them, and not only do them, but do them well. So let's take a quick stop, and we're going to get into upcoming. And guess what's coming up? Real Talk with Anastasia and Miss Deborah. That's coming up this Saturday. I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to forget it. I don't want you to not mark it on your calendar. You're in the middle of what it is I'm saying to you, so I want to make sure that you get it very clear, okay? Come back with us. Miss Deborah is going to be in place. It's not just going to be me. And we're going to have a real talk conversation. We're going to have great fun on Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m., right back here, Facebook Live. And it's going to be an awesome time. Now, let's get back into PROfection. So, we're going into number 4, reliability. Reliability. There are sometimes persons, I'm sure that there's at least one at your workplace where you can say, oh man, this one always to work. Oh man, he always on time. Wow, look, he is always well dressed. Or your boss may be able to say to you, which would be our hope, that, you know what? Anything that we ask for her to do, she does it without issue and without problems. It's always done well. Can others count on you? Are you timely? Do you keep appointments and engagements? Is your word your bond? Come on, think about it. Even in social situations, I have a friend of mine who shall remain nameless, that whenever it is we have plans to go out, I know not to shower yet, not to pull out clothes yet, just wait until closer to the time. Don't get too excited, because guess what? It's a possibility that it's not going to come through. Let me tell you how I got there. We would make plans to go out on a Saturday. She would say, hey, we're going to do 7 o'clock. Okay, cool. 6:30, I'm already almost done. All of that stuff. 7 o'clock, I'm good. 7:15, she's not here yet. Haven't heard from her. Message her, got no response. 7:30, 7:45. Okay, it's a dud. I don't hear from her until another 2 days later. Eventually, it got to, well, okay, I'm not going to be dressed at 7. I'm going to have my clothes out and shower. Okay, next time, I'm going to have my clothes out, but, I'll wait until, or I'm going to shower, but, I can wait until I go and pick out an outfit and go through the whole process or whatever. And then it got to where, okay, you say you're coming, all right, cool. Without any preparation or anything like that. If she shows up, then she's going to have to wait on me. Are you reliable? Do you show up when you say you're going to show up? Do you complete the tasks that you say that you're going to complete? Do you do it in a timely manner? Or are you those that like pressure? You wait until the very last minute. That's not a good attribute in the eyes of your boss. It's not a good attribute if you are the boss. Whenever it is that something unexpected happens, because you've already put yourself in the final hour, you no longer have an opportunity to try and troubleshoot for the situation that popped up. Think on how reliable you are. Number 5 is conscientious. It's a big word. I know. It's a big word, but it's a very important word too. Work at what you do, whatever your job, skill, or trade is. Doing it to the utmost. That's what it means. Do you strive to go above and beyond your job duties? Do you strive for outstanding during assessments? Not just a passing grade. Okay, did good. But no, you're going for outstanding. You're going for excellence. You don't want to be average. You don't want to be mediocre. You want that stamp of approval to say that you are excellent. Do you do that? Do you think outside of the box? Or are you a factory worker where you're just waiting for everything to come down the treadmill so that you can do the same thing over and over and just stick in your little spot and stay with your little routine? There are some people that I know who will know how to make something better, how to make a difference, how to make a change. But instead of doing that, you're going to stick with what you're required to do on the treadmill. Whether it is just to put the doll head on, whether it is to tighten the cap on the toothpaste tube, whatever it is, you're going to just stick with the bare minimum. It's not okay. Can you excel wherever you are? Can you excel in whatever area you are placed? Do you stand out amongst your peers? Do you? Why do you stand out amongst your peers? Is it a positive reason? I hope that it's a positive reason. Don't let it be something negative. Do you stand out? Why do you stand out? Do you stand out as being one of those persons that is always energetic, that always has high energy, has great team spirit, and works well with others? Is that why you stand out? Do you stand out as a leader? One of those that can take charge of a situation and say, you know what? We're going to do everything that we can. We're going to try everything that we could, and we're going to make sure that this task is done in a timely manner. Do you stand out as the guy that's always taking a smoke break while the real work is being done? And you come in on the tail end and like, okay, hey, well, what did I miss? What did I miss? Catch me up. Is that why you stand out? Think about it. Why do you stand out? Do you excel in whatever area you've been placed and based in whatever task it is that you're given? One way for you to do that is to never stop learning. Always be a learner. Every room that you enter into, there's someone in there that has something that they can teach you. Coach Ricardo always says there's always someone assigned to help you. Every environment, every situation, there's someone assigned to help you. Even if they're not physically in the room with you and you got to call them on your cell phone, but there's someone assigned to help you. So never stop learning. Never stop being a learner. Never be the one to say that, okay, I know enough. I'm done. Make sure that I get my paycheck every week, bi-monthly, monthly, or whatever, and just make sure it's right. You don't want to take another course. You don't want to go the extra mile. You don't want to do that little workshop. Come on. All of these things help you to be a better you. All of these things help you to stand out amongst your peers and help you to be separated from the pack, and not in a negative way, in a good way. We have to remember that our work ethics go beyond our environment. Remember, we're talking about profection, where that's what we're trying to achieve. And so it also goes beyond your workplace and your work environment. What's your behavior when you're at church? Are you a part of any ministry? How are your ethics when you're serving in church? How are your ethics when you are at home? Ethics come into place at home also. You still have to be reliable at home. You still have to be a good communicator at home. You still have to have integrity at home. So it's not just the workplace. So consider it. What's your behavior like? When you get into other environments and you're not at the workplace and you're not wearing a suit and tie and you're not wearing a dress and you're wearing slacks and flip-flops, what are you giving off to people? I want to remind you to stay professional. Remember, we did 5 things. Our 5 were integrity, appearance, communication, reliability, and being conscientious. Now, like I said, we've got an upcoming event on Saturday. We've got Real Talk Live with Miss Deborah and myself. That's going to be awesome. Need you to tune into that. Make sure that you're there. And then also, we've got the Hooked on Books Symposium coming. Now, it's going to be from August 2nd through August 6th, Monday to Friday. We've got some great speakers lined up. I'm going to hit it off first. I'm going to hit it off first to set the tone for you. I'm on that Monday, that August 2nd. Then we've got August 3rd with Anita Jean Cummings. And then we've got August 4th with Sheila Walker. Then on August 5th, we've got Nikina Bryant. And on the 6th, we've got my Freeport homegirl, Linda Wright Patrick. She's going to close it out for us and send us all home with a wonderful message. There's going to be complimentary haircuts and book donations, and it's going to be an awesome time. Now, remember at the beginning of this, I did say that I wasn't going to keep you long and that we are going to have a short and sweet time. And so I've given you what I've had for you, and I thank you so much for your attention. I thank you so much for tuning in. I am so sorry that I did not get to all of the comments, but you can add your comment in also, and I'll try to reply to them on the page, okay? So have yourselves a great evening. I am Anastasia Smith. I am the founder, expresser, pusher of the Be Becoming platform. Now, it has taken a new direction. It has moved into mentorship, not just youth counseling and guidance, but mentorship. Whereas I will work along with you. If your child is entirely focused on what it is that they want to do and what it is they want to be, but they just don't know how to get there, that's where I come in, to place them with somebody who is already in the field or is already on that path so that they can get that insight and get the true knowledge of what it is that they're trying to do and trying to be. If it is that your child does not know what they want to do, like truly, I've definitely seen that. They just don't know. They want to experience some things. They want to have a few conversations and make sure that whatever decision it is that they make, that it's a wise one. I can help with that too. Let's have those conversations. Let's do those surveys. Let's guide them in the way that will make them happy, so that when they do get on the job, they are on somebody's job, or if they decide to do that, take the entrepreneur route, they're happy and they're fulfilled in what it is that they're doing. That should be our goal at the end of the day, for our kids to be happy, healthy, productive citizens. And so I'd like for you to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, Be Becoming. And we're not going to forget to build our best life. See you on Saturday. Have a great evening.